I'm Father Joe Hayes. I came to Zambia first of all in 1970 and returned as a priest in 1977, and I've been here ever since. My work at the moment is president of Leopard's Hill Jesuit Secondary School in Ibex Hill in Lusaka. Most of my life as an adult Jesuit priest, I've seen myself as an educator, a person who wants to draw out the potential in people. My focus has been more on supporting young people in looking at their meaning of life, looking at what it means to be a real man, what it means to be a real woman, what does it mean to be a loving person, a truthful person, what does it mean to develop a philosophy of life, what does it mean to develop an ethical stance before life so that we contribute to the quality of life. In the beginning, I concentrated more on religious education because that gave me a lot of scope to do that, but later I gradually began to advance and to develop a system of retreats, more lengthy time for young people to reflect on the deeper issues of life. Then when the AIDS pandemic hit Zambia, to look at the whole issue of married life, and then I began to work with the Family Life Movement of Zambia, the Marriage Encounter Movement, to support people who were trying to work out their relationships, particularly in the context of living their Christianity through their marriages and through their family lives. I believe very strongly in the role of schools, particularly if those schools have a staff with a common vision and are concentrating on the education of the total person. Then I think schools can have a most amazing impact on an area and on a country. Later, I also began to grow interested in the whole role of the development of sisters in Zambia, the role of the development of the priesthood in Zambia, and more I began to get interested in that and play a little part in that, so that now we have a very full, what I would call church, a church that's run very much by people who come from the people, understand their own people, and are trying to find God and Christ in their lives and work out dignity in their lives from a deeper understanding of their past than those of us who come from overseas would ever have. Living in Zambia, in the Zambia-Malawi province, has shaped my faith in so many ways, changed me in ways that I'm deeply grateful for. And I would look on that as the greatest gift Zambia has given me, the gift of looking deeply inside, allowing the basic questions of life to rise, and to re-vision what really a dignified life could be, not only for myself, but for the people I was privileged to educate, to accompany, the families I was privileged to be invited to share in their parenting and in their attempts to work out a relationship, husband and wife, and to learn from so many people, and now with more and more of the church being in the hands of people who come from their own people and rethink what are the footprints of Christ in Zambia today, what are the dreams of Christ in Zambia today, and how can we as a community play our part to help bring those about and bring about the dream of our very God working in our lives.